Welcome to the class, Yoga Flow class, with a focus today being on balance and leg strength and stretch. We are going to start just sitting and doing some breathing here. Before we get into that, we'll just do a little bit of flow. So breathe in, bring the right arm up, arc over with the intention of lifting those ribs to the ceiling. Take a breath in and exhale over the other side. And just flow from side to side in your own time with your intention of arcing through your spine, leaving your buttocks grounded on the floor, lifting up through your waist, lifting those ribs to the ceiling, stretching into it and flowing to the other side. And then when you're ready, come back through to center. Stretch the legs out long, bring the arms up, breathe in and exhale, hollow up through the belly, reach the bottom ribs back and round over, sweep the arms out to the side and inhale, come up. And do 3 more in your own time. Lift the belly skin, pubic bone to navel, bottom ribs draw in, and then inhale, sweep the arms up, 2 more. Breathing in and out through the nose, or to start if you need to do some sighs out through the mouth. That is okay as well. Breathe in, bring the arms up and exhale, take them out to the side. Wrists just lower than the shoulders. Press out through the feet and bring the back of the thighs down into the floor. So take a breath in, the lower belly stays steady, the navel draws in and you're just turning your rib cage. Keep both buttocks on the floor, the feet still. Come back to center, navel in, just the rib cage turns. Hip bones stay facing forward. Do 1 more each side. So you're looking for rotation of your thoracic spine, lower belly steady, navel in, and the sit bones pull down into the floor. Come back through to center, bring the arms down. Hold your legs back in, just sit comfortably, butterfly crossed, 1 leg out if you need to. Breathe in, bring the arms up, short exhale. 2 more. And breathe in, release the arms down. So you can leave the hands resting one on top of the other in the lap, or leave them on the thighs. So the next breathing practice we do, I want you to take it through the practice. So it's connecting in with Uddiyana Bandha, connecting rib cage to pelvis. So you're going to start just by taking a general breath. Breathe in, let the belly fill, let the rib cage expand. And through the nose, and then breathe out through the nose. Just feel the belly draw in and the ribs reach in and down towards your hip line. Sit back into your buttocks, make sure you're not pulling your body forward. You're really resting into your seat. And that lower back is lifted, but it's not arcing forward. Okay, so we're going to keep the belly steady now as you inhale into the back and sides of the ribs. As you breathe out, close the ribs, reach the bottom ribs down towards your hip bones and scoop up the belly skin from the pubic bone to the navel as if you're bringing it up and under the ribs. The belly steadies as you breathe in, widen your rib cage. And as you breathe out, you feel this drawing up, almost from the base of the body, pubic bone, navel, and as if the ribs are coming over and down towards your pelvis. So make sure you're not grabbing the ribs or the belly really strong. It's a steady deepening and control and connection. So what you're wanting to do here is connect the ribs in and down to the pelvis as you draw that abdominal skin in and up, as if it's going to go up under the ribs. You feel the two connect in the middle, and then there's all this strength here. The spine stays still. The shoulders stay relaxed. Make sure the neck is relaxed. The back of the neck slightly pressing back. Do not lifting the chin, arcing the head. We'll do 3 more of these. And last one, belly is steady as you inhale. The ribs expand, and as you breathe out, you feel that steady deepening of the belly, drawing in and up, and the ribs coming over and down. And take a nice long deep breath in, and just breathe it out. So we're going to find that connection as we move through vinyasa and through the poses. Come over onto your hands and knees. Just loosening, getting some mobility through your spine. Bring your wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips, long neck. Feel the back of the neck slightly press up. And feel the back of the heart lift towards the ceiling. The tail glides out. You're in a neutral position of your spine. And start to move through cat and cow. Belly scoops up. Draw that belly skin in and up as the ribs reach down to the hips and the spine will round. And then tailbone glides out, breastbone comes forward. Still find that connection. Belly skin's drawing in and up, ribs are reaching down, breastbone reaches forward. Upper spine extension. So go from one to the other. So nice and steady. See if you can create connection. When you come into cow pose, those shoulders go really wide. And the breastbone comes forward, the neck is long. Do one more each way. And then come back to a neutral position. Breathe in, tuck the toes under, and exhale, lift to mountain. Rise up onto the balls of the feet, and then walk the legs. Right heel presses back and down as the left knee bends, and then switch to the other side. So focus on stretching the sole of the foot, up through the Achilles, the calf, into the back of the knee. Start to swing the knee across as it bends, it swings across, and the hip rotates. Feel the stretch through glute med on the side of the hip. Rotate the other way. One more. And then holding in mountain pose, grip the fingers, draw the shoulders down, away from your ears and wide. Rise up on the balls of the feet, draw the shoulder blades in towards the spine. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, draw the belly skin in and up as the ribs reach down, lengthen through your tailbone, and then take the heels back and down to where you can hold. Keep all of that set up and do 3 breaths, connecting pelvis and ribs. I'm dedicating this dog pose to Brynja for her 26th birthday. Stay connected. One more here, really feel that belly hollow in. And then breathing in, step the feet to the hands. Come into a halfway lift. Really find that length through the spine. Just hold here for a moment. Find the length through the legs, widen your shoulders. And then come into forward fold, rolling the hip bones down towards the thighs, bend into the knees, hang the head. Lift the sit bones up, feel the stretch, and then release it. Lift, feel the stretch, and release. And last one, hold here this time. Feel the belly hollow in. The ribs reach to your hip bones. And then coming all the way to stand, tailbone reaches down, arms are wide. Breathe in, all the way to stand, and exhale. Flow the arms down. Find your steadiness in your standing mountain as you breathe here. Breath is in and out through the nose now. The ribs come in and down, and you feel that gentle connection of the belly skin in and up. So take the arms wide and up as you inhale. Find connection as you exhale to forward fold. Stay connected as you inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to floor. Keep the shoulders down as you step back, plank or knees. Breathe in. Exhale, lower the chest first, then the pelvis. Breathe into upward dog. Pausing in upward dog. Reach the tailbone back and down, widen the shoulders. Reach the ribs in and down towards the hip bone, scoop up the belly skin, and then just bring that breastbone slightly forward. You're in the buttocks, the upper back. Don't drop the lower spine. You can lift the knees here if you need, if you like. Toes tuck. Lift to mountain, rise onto the balls of the feet, breathe in, draw in through the belly, ribs reach down, reach the heels back towards the floor. Take one more breath here, shoulders come down and wide, away from ears, blades to spine, and then breathe in, bring the feet to the hands. Come into halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Tailbone draws down, scoop up through the belly, ribs reach down as you inhale to stand, and exhale, flow them down. And inhale, the arms go wide enough. Exhale into forward fold. Breathe into halfway lift. Exhale, back to plank or knees. Shoulders down as you inhale and exhale, chest lowers first, then pelvis slide through, up dog. Make sure those hip bones are rolling back. And tuck the toes, lift to mountain. Breathe in, extend and raise the right leg. Exhale, hollow through the belly. Rock forward, knee to right elbow. Breathe in, take the leg back and up. Exhale, find connection, knee to nose. And back, and exhale, knee towards the left elbow. Breathe in, come back and up. Do once more through those 3 points. Keep lifting up away from the floor. Feel the ribs reach in and down as the belly skin draws in and up. Take the leg back and up to the ceiling, lower it to the floor, other side, left leg reaches and lifts. Breathe in. Exhale, knee to left elbow, lift away from the floor. Breathe in, back and up. Find connection through the torso, knee to nose. Back and up. Ribs reach down over to that right elbow. Back and up. One more each side. You can make these really small if you need to. You just do a little rock forward and back. Keep those shoulders down and wide and the neck long. Back and up, lower the leg. One breath in mountain. Ribs reach down towards those hip bones. Draw the skin off the belly, in and up. And then breathe in. Feet come to hands. Come into halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Take the arms wide. Breathe in. Come all the way to stand. And exhale, flow the arms down. Take a moment just to breathe. Recenter. Feel the feet grounded to the floor. And then breathe in. Take the arms wide enough. Exhale, connect as you forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Hold that connection through the torso. Hands to floor. Step back to plank or knees. Breathe in. And exhale, chest comes down first. Bend the pelvis. Breathe into up dog. Connect, ribs, belly. Tuck toes, lift to mountain. Rise up on the balls of the feet. Breathe in. And exhale, knees hover down into bed post. 2 breaths. Lift the navel up, lift chest away from the floor. Lift up onto the balls of the feet, stretch from the ball of the foot to the heel, and roll those heels down towards the floor. Lift onto the balls of the feet. Come down, either hold in bear pose for 3 breaths, or hold here, raise the left leg, extend it long, bring it in. Foot to the floor, raise the right toes, extend the leg, keep those ribs down, bring the leg in, toes down, lift onto the ball of the foot, stretch the sole of the foot, reach the heel back and down. One more time, lift, come down, shoulders down, blades towards the spine, ribs down, scoop up the belly, hold here or lift and extend, keep your hips even, just the leg moving. Not the pelvis rotating. Lift up, stretch the sole of the foot, rotate the heels to the floor, and then breathe in, bring the feet to the hands, halfway lift, exhale to forward fold, scoop the belly skin in and up as the ribs reach to the heels. Breathe in all the way to stand, ribs to hips, and flow the arms down. Pause, reset your standing mountain, take a breath, ground the feet down into the floor, feel the base of the skull lifting to the ceiling. Coming through Utkatasana, bend into the knees, fingertips go low, draw that belly skin in and up, ribs reach down to hips, sink into the heels, arms, bring them right down into the sockets and take the sockets wide, really wide in the collarbones. Get the bottom ribs reaching towards the hips. And the breastbone lifts and reaches forward. Exhale to forward fold. Breathe into halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the floor. Lift the left leg and step it back deep. Warrior one, squeeze the thighs, bring the arms up. Hug the arms down into the socket, shoulders widen. Reach through the left heel. As you breathe out, bring the ribs in and down. And then just sink that tail down towards the floor a little more. Find your breath here. Draw the belly skin in and up. Ribs reach in and down. And the front of the left hip presses forward as you reach back through that left heel. Bringing that left sit bone down towards the floor to warrior two. Gaze along the right fingertips, press the outer side of the right thigh out. One more breath here. And then breathe in to reverse warrior. Ribs reach in and down, lift up through the abdominals and stretch through the right waist and the ribs. This top arm, sink it down in its socket, widen it. Over to side angle. Bring the arm over. Once again, bring the arm down in its socket, widen. Press the outer edge of the right thigh out. Either leave the arm resting here or really engage those abdominals, ribs down, and reach the arm back. So right in that right buttock. Two more breaths. Breathe in, back to warrior two. And exhale, sweep the arms over and down, step back to plank or knees, breathe in and exhale, down to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, press the hip bones back, squeeze those buttocks. Tuck toes to mountain. Pause here, walk the feet, roll the hips side to side. Come back to center, other side, breathe in, extend and raise the left leg. Exhale, bend it, step it forward, right heel goes down. Arms come forward, squeeze those legs as you come up. So find that connection through your torso. Breath, ribs coming and down, belly skin scoops in and up, right heel presses back. Now really hollow in that belly as you press the front of the right hip forward and pull the hip bones back. Sink the arms down in your sockets and take the sockets wide, really wide through the collarbones, wide up the back. Two more breaths here. Keep reaching the tail long, down towards the floor. And then turn to warrior two. Press the outer side of the left thigh out. Relax the arms, the shoulders. One more breath. Outer edge of your right foot is down. Come to reverse warrior. Three breaths. Ribs reach in and down. Belly skin scoops in and up. Draw the shoulder down and wide. Come over to side angle. Rest the forearm. Right arm comes over. Sink the arm in its socket. Widen it. Rotate the rib cage. Stay with the arm on the leg or take it towards the right hip. Press the outside of the left thigh out. Draw those ribs in and lift through the belly. And then breathe in back to warrior two. And exhale, sweep the arms over and down to the floor. Step back to plank or knees. Take a breath. Shoulders are down through your vinyasa in your own pace. Inhaling up, exhale to mountain. Walk the feet here. Roll your hips side to side. And then breathing in. Bring the feet to the hands. Halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. And breathe in all the way to stand. Scoop up through the belly. Reach those ribs down towards your hip bones. Shoulders stay down and wide as the arms come up. And exhale, flow the arms down. So you're going to intake the arms, either hold the elbows or come into reverse prayer. Whichever feels easiest for you. Breathe in, lift the left foot and step it back about 3 feet. Foot's turned in, right foot turned out. Squeeze the thighs. Take a breath in as you start to come forward, really long spine. As you breathe out, ribs reach in and down. Scoop up that belly skin, lift from pubic bone to navel. Reach the right sit bone back and in towards the left heel. Keep the legs straight, so only go as far as your legs are straight. Take 2 more breaths here. And then breathe in, nice strong legs coming up. Release the arms down beside you. Come forward and balance, come onto the weight into the right foot, left toes on the floor, lean forward. Just breathe here, ribs in and down, draw out pubic bone to navel to ribs. And then pause here, take the left toes back a little further, and if you can lift, hover them off the floor, or come all the way up into warrior three. Focus on keeping the connection of the ribs in and down, scooping up through the belly. Feel the back of the neck slightly lift towards the ceiling. One more breath here, squeeze that right buttock. And then breathe in, bring the leg down, slide it forward. Coming into standing balance. So either hands on your hips and just bring the leg to a 90, or interlink the hands under the leg, press down into the hands. And bring that left sit bone in towards your right heel. Find connection through those abdominals and ribs. If this feels fine, keep pressing into the thigh and extend the leg out. Move the foot around a little. If you like, you can rotate it and bring the toes forward and back. And then see if you can reach through that heel, draw the toes slightly back. Keep bringing those ribs in and down and drawing up through the belly skin. Take one more breath here. Big toe down into the floor of your right foot. Breathe in, release the leg, and take it down to the floor. We come into a forward fold here. Heels width apart, sit bone distance apart. Roll down through the spine. First two fingers, hold around the big toes. Bend into the knees. Bring the hip bones, the belly, and the bottom ribs onto the thighs. Relax your head. Give your shoulders a wriggle here. Make sure they're soft. Stay connected to the thighs to start, and lift those sit bones. As you do, draw the ribs in and down, and scoop up through the belly. Bend into the knees as you breathe in. Find that connection through Uddiyana Bandha, pelvis and ribs connecting as you lift. Release, and this time holding. You want to release the toes and put the fingertips on the floor. You can do that. So find your stretch, leave your head, your neck, your shoulders soft. We'll do 5 breaths here, focusing into breathing out, ribs close, and then down, reach towards your hip bones, and the belly skin draws up, pubic bone to navel, and up, as if it's going to come under the ribs. Leave the neck and shoulders soft, big toe pressing down into the floor. Keep your throat relaxed. One more breath here. And then breathing in, release the toes in the knees slightly. Scoop up through that belly as you start to stack up through the spine. Take the arms wide, breathe into the top, and exhale, flow them down. So coming into the other side, we're going to breathe in, lift the right foot, and step it back about 3 feet. Foot's turned in, left foot's turned down. Hands either hold the arms or come into reverse prayer. So in doing this, whichever one you're doing, widen through the chest, but keep the ribs in and down towards your hip bones. Firm the thighs and start to hinge forward around the hip. Go as far as you can keep the legs straight. So it doesn't matter if you're right up here. Pull into the back of this left thigh. Make sure you don't press the back of the knee back. It's almost like you want to bend the leg. You don't quite, you just really engage those hamstrings. The left sit bone swings in towards your right heel. It'll even up your hip bones. Find your stretch, big toe down, and then just breathe here. Draw those ribs in and down, that same breathing we did at the beginning. Feel the back of the neck slightly press away towards the ceiling. Scoop the belly skin in and up. One more breath. And then push through the feet. Breathe in, come all the way up. Release the arms, reach down through the fingertips, widen the shoulders. Breathe in, bring your weight onto the left foot. Squeeze into the thigh muscles and then hover the toe or bring it up as high as you like. Feel the back of the neck slightly pressing to the ceiling, big toe into the floor. Focus on connecting ribs down to pelvis. Draw up that belly skin. One more breath here. And then lower the toe down to the floor and slide it in. Pause. Just roll those shoulders. Move the legs, hips if you need to. Balancing onto your left leg. Going to bring the right leg up. Hands can be on hips. And just have the leg here at 90. Right sit bone reaches in towards the left heel. Otherwise, you can hold behind the thigh. And if that's okay, press down into the thigh and extend the leg out. Reach that right sit bone in towards the heel. Hold this pose where you can access the breath and the bandhas. So draw up from the base of the body to the pubic bone, to the navel, and reach your ribs in and down. Feel really strong, connected through the front of the body. There's no separation between your pelvis and your rib cage. There's a band of strength. One more breath. And breathe in, bend the knee, lower it down to the floor. And just roll down lazily through the spine. Time taking the hands under the feet, toes come to the wrist. Really bend those knees, rest your chest, belly onto the thighs. Take your hips out to one side, then the other. Pause at center, relax your shoulders, neck and head. And then start to feel that stretch come into your breathing. Let the weight come forward towards the toes. Don't worry about trying to straighten your legs anymore, just feel the stretch. Sink into it deeper and focus on those ribs and pelvis reaching towards each other. Belly skin drawing in and up. Ribs reaching down, keep those shoulders soft. Ball of the foot pressing down into the hands. Take 2 more breaths here. And then breathing in, release the hands. Scoop through the belly as you exhale, come up, really lift that belly skin up from the pubic bone to the navel. Keep the ribs down as you breathe wide into them. Arms come up and exhale. Flow the arms down. So from here, coming into Trikonasana, breathe in, lift the left foot and step it out about 3 feet. Left toe slightly turned in, right foot out, breathe in, bring the arms out to the side, firm the thighs, and reach forward and come over into Trikonasana. Lift this left hip up to the ceiling, bend into the right knee, and then reach that right sit bone back away from the heel, squeezing into the back of the thigh. Don't push back through the knee. Do that one more time. Bend. Now find length from the heel right up through to the sit bone. The kneecap's lifted. So you're drawing up through the front of the leg and reaching long through the back of the leg. Find that connection, ribs, in and down, draw up, pubic bone to navel. Feel like you draw that navel up and under the ribs. So lengthen your spine long. And twist that rib cage. Gaze can go wherever is comfortable for your neck. Feel the back of the neck slightly pressing back. And let's go into half moon pose. So bend to the right knee. Reach the right arm forward and bring your weight onto the foot and the right hand. Pause here. Stay here. This is fine. Or hover the leg. This is fine. Or keep bringing it up. Keep finding connection through the belly, through the ribs. Really hold that strong. Take the arm up if it's there for you, shoulder down. Keep connecting. Lift away from the floor. Squeeze in the back of your right thigh rather than pushing your knee back. And then breathe in. Lower the foot down to the floor. Take the left hand down, step back to plank, come through vinyasa. Take a breath in here and exhale. Come down to the floor. Inhale to up dog, tuck the toes, and exhale back to mountain. So you're going to take a breath in and bend to the right knee, bring it forward. We're going to come into a kneeling side bend. Swing the right foot out behind you, straight out behind your knee. Left foot, knee, right hand line up. Bring the left arm up. Take a breath in, connect through your torso. Extend and raise the left leg if you like, otherwise leave it down. And this left arm, sink it in its socket and then bring it over. Keep the shoulder down. Draw the ribs in and down, draw up through the belly. Feel the back of the neck slightly pressing back. 2 more breaths here. And then lower the foot to the floor, bring the arm up. You're going to bend to the leg. So either just bend to the leg and take it back on the floor, or lift it, come back, catch the foot. So breathe in, you can just stay here, the leg could be forward here or down. Otherwise, connect in, belly, ribs, reach long through the thigh and push the foot back into the hand. Keep drawing up through your torso, don't let the pelvis and the ribcage separate. Bring those ribs in and down, lift up through the belly. 1 more breath here. Breathe in, release. And exhale, both hands to the floor. Hands and knees, tabletop position, take a breath in. And exhale, chest to floor. Breathe in as you slide through, up to up dog. Just come back and rest in the child for a moment. Arms can be long or you can bend them in. If the arms are long, bring the shoulder arms down in their sockets, widen your shoulders, and sink the armpits down towards the floor. Reach the tail away. And then breathe in, come back up onto your hands and knees, tuck the toes, lift to mountain. Breathe in, bring your feet to the hands, come into halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. And then all the way stand, breathe in. And exhale, flow the arms down. So you're going to go to the other side and turn the other way, just so you can see you facing forward. So you're going to lift the right foot, breathe in, and exhale, step it back, turn to face the side, right toes slightly in, left toes out. Firm the thighs, reach forward, and then keep reaching that spine long, hinge around the hip, brings right hip to the ceiling, hand comes down, bend into the left knee, and then reach from the sit bone down to the heel as you come back, squeeze in the back of the thigh, and again, reach long out through the heel, hold here. Draw up the kneecap, so draw up through the front of the leg, lengthen down through the back of the leg, squeeze in the back of the thigh, and keep the knee, it's open, but it's not pressing back. Ribs in and down towards your hip bones. Scoop up that belly skin, long spine, twist the rib cage. Feel the back of the neck, slightly pressing back so you're not crunching the neck. And then into half moon pose, bend the neck. Bring the hand forward. I like to do these on the floor. Bring your weight into the hand and the foot. Stay here. Or reach through the leg and lift. Connect through the torso. Squeeze into that left thigh. Ribs in and down. Take 2 more breaths here. And then breathe in, lower the leg, come all the way back up, and exhale, relax the arms down. And then breathe in, bring them up, bend into that left leg, and sweep the arms over down to the floor. Step back to plank, and lower down through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward dog, and exhale, tuck the toes, lift to mountain. Breathe in, extend and raise the left leg, coming to side bend on the floor. Knee comes down. Foot goes straight back behind your knee, coming up. So line up left hand, knee and foot. Bring the right arm up. So pause here, breathe out, connect ribs, pelvis, and then raise the right leg. Right arm sinks in the socket and then comes over. Keep the shoulder wide. Find that connection through your torso. Back of the neck slightly presses back. Really strong through those abdominals. And then breathe in, lower the toes. Bring the arm up. You'll reach it back. Catch the foot. You can either bring it forward, you can hang it down, or you can just take it behind you on the floor. Before you stretch the leg back, connect your torso, ribs in and down. Draw out that belly skin. Extend the thigh back without taking the hip back. And then press the foot into the hand. Really draw out that belly skin. Ribs in and down. One more breath here. And breathe in, release the leg. Come over, hands to floor, come back to tabletop position. Take a breath in and go through your vinyasa. Up dog. Tuck the toes, come back to mountain. Rise onto the balls of the feet, lengthen through the tailbone, shoulders in and down, blades to spine. Follow that belly in as you exhale. Reach the heels back and down towards the floor. And then breathe in. Bring the feet to the hands. Come into halfway lift. Exhale into forward fold. Tail down, take the arms wide. Breathe in, come all the way to stand. And exhale, flow the arms down. Last little bit of these balances. So we're on the right foot. We're going to come into dancing pose. We're going to start off by just bringing the left foot up. The sit bone, left sit bone, reaches in and down towards your left heel. Feel that belly skin draw in and out as your ribs reach in and down, and let the knee reach to the floor. So we want to open up through the thigh. You're at home, so if you want to hang on to a wall or a chair, just do so. All right, from here, you can stay here. We take the right arm forward. Keep the heel to the buttock initially and come forward. Just work on your balance. Bring those ribs in and down and draw up through the belly skin. This feels fine. Push the foot into the hand. And use the hamstrings, the back of the thigh, to lift the thigh up. Don't lose connection in your torso. Big toe on the floor. Stay at the level that works for you. Take one more breath here. And breathe in. Bring it in. And lower the foot down to the floor. Just wriggle the hips side to side. Give your shoulders a little roll around. Pause at center, ground your feet. Feel shoulders wide, nice extension through your spine. Wait until the left foot, bend the right, catch it. Just sink that right sit bone in and down towards your left heel. And pause here, tailbone draws down, belly skin. As you breathe out, draw it in and up, and reach your ribs in and down. Feel connected through the front of your torso. Big toe down into the floor. Stay here. Or take the left hand forward. Before you go forward, connect your pelvis and your rib cage. Hinge around that left hip. Stay here. Or feel that connection through your torso. Push the foot in the hand. And then squeeze the back of the thigh to lift the leg up. Feel the back of the neck slightly lifting up towards the ceiling. One more breath. And breathe in. Slowly release down and out of there. Give yourself a little shake and a roll. That is it for those balances. You'll be pleased to know. Pause and standing mountain. Take a breath in, take the arms wide, and through vinyasa, exhale to forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift, and exhale, come back down to forward fold. Going to do a shoulder stretch here, so you're going to interlink the hands. Just rest them on your back to start, widen through your collarbones, really widen your shoulders, and then just pause there. If that feels fine, extend the arms away. If that feels fine, bring the arms over. So keep the knees as bent as you like. This is for your shoulders. Your hamstrings are secondary. If it feels really comfortable, work the hamstrings as well. Now draw those ribs in and down. Scoop up through the belly. So if the arms don't come away from the back, just widen through your chest. Roll the shoulders back. Squeeze the blades to the spine. Take one more breath here. And then breathe in, bring the arms back. Lower the hands to the floor and exhale. Step back to plank or to knees. Last vinyasa. Exhale. Bring the chest down first, then pelvis. Squeeze the buttocks, roll your hip bones back. Find connection as you go to up dog. Tuck toes to mountain. Rise up on the balls of the feet. Follow through the belly to the navel. Bring those ribs down to hips. And reach the heels back and down towards the floor. Shoulder blades in towards the spine. One more breath in your mountain. Really find that strength between the ribs and the pelvis. I'm going to breathe in and bring the legs through to sitting. Take the heels out long and you're going to slowly roll yourself down to the floor. Pause for a couple of breaths. Just feeling the sensations in your body, breathing in and out through your nose. Maybe some longer exhales just to recenter, calm that nervous system. Okay, so we're going to come into some bridging. Heels up from your sit bones. So even in bridging, you want to find that same connection through your abdominals and your torso. We want to start off in a neutral spine, so the back of the ribs are heavy. Let the pelvis roll away, so roll down through your sacrum towards the tailbone. See if you can bring the bottom of the back ribs as close to the floor as you can, and then you should feel a slight sense of space and the small of the back. The shoulders are wide and the arms relax down beside you. Keep your knees in parallel. Just going to breathe here. Inhale, belly steady, ribs widen, feel the back of the ribs press into the floor. Leave your spine and your pelvis still as you breathe out and draw that belly skin in and up and your ribs reach in and down towards your hips. Do not go really, really tense, just enough to find connection. Feel it flow with your breath. Leave your spine steady in that initial setup. And then we're going to peel up into a bridge. So you're going to roll along the sacrum, the smaller the back comes in the floor, the tail peels, the buttocks squeeze, the back ribs stay heavy as you peel up the lower spine. Keep squeezing the buttocks and then lift one vertebra at a time through between those ribs. Take a breath in here, squeeze the buttocks, reach the tail long, press the pelvis up. On your exhales, reach your ribs in and down towards your hip bones and draw that belly skin, drag it from the pubic bone to the navel. Feel like you want to pull that navel up and under your ribs that are reaching down. You should feel more squeeze in the buttocks and length through your tailbone. Leave your shoulders soft, your neck long, and your throat relaxed. Feel like the knees are pressing into a little ball. Keep working these abdominals, these ribs, as you keep pressing the pelvis up. We're going to roll down and we come up and do another variation. So keep the buttocks squeezed as you roll down between the shoulder blades, through the lower ribs. The buttocks are still squeezed. You bring the small of the back along the floor. The buttocks start to let go as you sink the sacrum into the floor and roll to the tailbone. Take a breath here, but it's completely soft. I'm going to peel back up again, so roll along the sacrum, bring the small of the back and the floor, squeeze the buttocks, keep the back ribs heavy as long as you can as you peel up that lower spine, and then lift one vertebra at a time between the ribs. At the top, find your breath here, ribs reach in and down, belly skin draws up, pelvis lifts. So you can either we're going to walk the fingertips to the hands. Let's just do that. So either staying here or start to walk the shoulders down and start to walk the fingertips to the heels. If you only go a tiny bit, that's fine. If you don't move at all, that's fine as well. Just stay as you are. So either your fingertips are touching the heel or you could walk further and hold the heels. Now, find that connection. Make sure your knees are pressing into that little ball. As you breathe out, draw the ribs in and down, scoop the belly skin in and up. So you want to hollow the tummy, press the pelvis up without puffing the ribs. You still want to feel the ribs connected to the hip bones. Really wide through your upper chest. Press the back of the shoulders down and lift that pelvis. Really bring those ribs in and down. Long neck, soft throat. 2 more breaths. As you inhale, the belly's steady, the breath goes into the sides and the back of the ribs. You're right in the buttocks, not the lower back. So we're going to walk the shoulders back. Find that long spine, keep the buttocks squeezed, and roll down between the shoulder blades. The lower back ribs. The smaller the back rolls along the floor, and then all the way to the tailbone. Take some big breaths here. You stretch your legs out long here or hug them into your chest. Just go where the body needs to go. Take some nice big breaths. Relax your buttocks. Just feel all those sensations. You've just given your nervous system a really good squeeze. From here, transitioning into a twist. So option just to have the knees bent together, take them over to the side, or cross the right leg over the left. Could be in figure 4 or crossed at the knees. Bring the knees in close, take the arms wide, and take the legs over to the right. Keep them up towards your chest as much as you can. So I want to change that. Right leg's crossed over left. I want you to go to the left. Just want to get into that buttock a little more. So bring the legs to the left. Hold the legs if you need. Feel the stretch around through your butt. If it's tricky to hold here, just uncross them and rest them one on top of the other. So to get a little bit more rotation in your upper spine, your left shoulder glides to the left a little more. So you lift it and just stretch along the floor a little more. Take a breath in and exhale. Draw those ribs in and down and widen through the right side of the chest. Bringing the back of the right shoulder and the back of the right ribs down towards the floor. Feel the belly drawing in and up, steadily, smoothly in relation to the breathing. And as you're focused into your breath now, see if you can hollow into that belly a little more, right where the navel is, and get a little bit more rotation. As you rotate a little more, sometimes you just need to lift those left ribs, bring them forward a little, and then rotate those right ones back. The rotation is through that waist where there's no other bones to stop it. Take one more breath here. And then breathing in, bring the legs back through to center. Either keep them together or cross left over right. And then hug them in as you take them over to the right. You want to land them on the floor and let them relax. So you don't want to hold them. This left shoulder can come completely off. You can rest the left hand on the ribs if you like. If there is more rotation there for you, your legs are relaxed. Lift the right shoulder, slide it across to the right, just like a centimetre or 2. Take a breath in and exhale. Draw the belly skin up, the ribs reach in and down, and then bring these left ribs back a little more. Arm can stay on your ribs, down beside you, or up to the side. Now stay with your breath here, your connection to your belly. As you sink into the rotation, you feel there's a shift. You might just want to slide those right ribs over a little more. And then as you breathe out, bring those left ribs back and down. Feel at the navel, you really draw it in. That waist starts to really narrow and the rib cage turns. Take one more breath here. And then breathe in. Bring the legs back to center. And exhale, lower them to the floor. take a moment just to breathe here to recenter. Then go into a little bit of rolling. Now we're going to roll between Halasana and boat pose. So to start with, just bring the legs up, round the smaller back into the floor, and hang on to the sides of the thighs. Take a breath in. Exhale, press the legs away, peel the head, and roll up through each vertebrae. So toes to floor. Just breathe here. You're going to hold on to the sides of the thighs. Look down to the belly. As you breathe out, scoop up the belly skin and reach your hips down towards your hips. Hold on to that and then roll smoothly through the lower back to the shoulders and then round back up, toes to floor or balance. Stay round like a ball. Keep the head off the floor, your gaze is to your belly, and you just go to the shoulders and then up. Do two more. Keep those ribs down. Good, come all the way up. So this time you're going to go back to Halasana, slowly. Feet are off the floor. Take a breath in, hands come down, exhale, roll back, and bring the legs over. Bend the knees, and breathe in. Come back up. Pause, lift to boat pose. Breathe out, ribs in and down, scoop through the belly. Bend the knees, inhale, roll back, hands come down, smoothly over the Halasana. And then bend the knees, roll up, balance, breathe out, ribs in and down, scoop up the belly, boat pose. Take a breath and do that one more time. Bend the knees, roll back, hands come down, legs come over, lift the back of the thighs to the ceiling, and then bend the knees, roll up, ribs reach in and down, scoop that navel, and then up under the ribs, lift the legs. Take a couple of breaths here. If you like, take the arms off. You can stay down here. Make sure those ribs stay in and down. Lift up through the belly. And then bend the knees. Roll back, hands down, come over into Halasana. Take the hands onto the back. You can stay here or transition up into shoulder stand. So tuck the elbows in. Lift the tailbone, lengthen through the hips, and bring the legs up. Feel like you lift the hips up out of the waist. Stay with that breath and connection, drawing in. Pubic bone, belly skin draws in and up to navel, ribs reaching and down towards the hip bones. Neck long, rest on the shoulders, wide across the upper back. Throat is soft. If you're comfortable near a shoulder stand, lift up through the tailbone, through the hips, reach through the legs, and scissor them open. Reach out through the toes, lift through the tail. Hold connection through the abdominals. Take the legs the other way. Keep lifting up away from the floor. Bring the legs back through to center, take them out to the side. Lift the tail, reach through the toes, lift your body up away from the floor, but heavy across the line of the shoulders and the upper back. Bring the legs together, come over into plow. Hand hover the legs or bend the knees down towards the ears. Or take the toes wide so they come down onto the floor. Lift the hips and the tailbone to the ceiling. If this is, if you've come down to the floor, let's go into waterfall pose, arms and legs up in the air, or inverted butterfly or happy baby. If this feels comfortable, you can interlink the hands and reach the arms away. Keep lifting the pelvis up away from the floor. And then slowly, we're going to roll down. See if you can bring each vertebrae as smooth as you can along the floor. Bring the legs together, bring the arms up. Sink small at the back of the floor, palms together. Take a breath in here. As you breathe out, draw your ribs in and down, scoop up that belly skin. And either leave the legs bent and just extend them away, arms come back. Holding the spine on the floor or straighten into the legs. Really bring the small of the back down, reach for your tailbone, and then draw that belly skin in and up and reach your ribs to your hips. Keep your shoulders down and the chin slightly down towards the chest. The neck is long. Keep the belly still as you breathe. Into the sides, back the ribs. 2 more breaths. If it gets tired, just bring your legs in a little more. And then breathe in, bring it in. Hug the legs to the chest. Either just be still or rock side to side. Massage your spine. Start to relax back into your body. Take the knees around in a slow, lazy circle. And back around the other way. So from here, you can go straight into Shavasana, resting if you like. Otherwise, you can bring yourself up to sitting and we'll just do some pranayama breathing. So find a comfortable seat if you're going to breathe. If you're resting, you know how to go there. Just find that comfortable place, relax into your breath. So we're going to do alternate nose breathing again. Just bring those shoulders wide, relax them down. Feel the chin just come slightly in. Feel the neck long and the back of the neck slightly presses back. It's open. And the ribs come back in over your hip bones. Rest down into your seat. Those 2 fingers of your right hand rest between the eyebrows. Just take a breath in through both nostrils and breathe out through both. And then close the right nostril, inhale through the left, close it, open the right, breathe out. Inhale through the right, close it, open the left, and breathe out. Inhale through the left, close, open the right, and breathe out. And continue in this fashion, settling into your own flow. If you've lost the rhythm, you're breathing out through one nostril, you breathe in through that same nostril, close it, open the other one, breathe out. And then breathe in through that same nostril, close it, just keep going, breathe out the other side. So last round, when you finish by breathing out through the left nostril, release the hand, either stay here, you could join thumb and forefinger, rest the back of the hand and just sink into your breathing, or lay yourself gently down onto the floor and rest in Shavasana. Breathing in, just gently bring your awareness slowly back to your body. Just feel yourself draw your consciousness back through, down into your body. Feel like the rhythm of the breath comes all the way down into your legs and your feet. Feel those tingles, vibrations, or sensations. Feel the breath come all the way through the shoulders and down through the arms, into the palms, the fingertips. And just gently bring it up through the neck, around through the brain, the head, the skull bones, the scalp. Start to breathe deeper down into the belly, fill up the pelvic bowl and up through the sides, back of the rib cage, right to the top. Breathing out, relaxing belly, relaxing rib cage. Feel like the breath presses the bones open from the inside, pelvic bones, the hip bones, right into the sacrum, up through your spinal column, your rib cage, the collarbones, and out into the shoulders, the upper back. Really let the breath expand and open, and give a little massage to all those bony joints through your torso. And as you breathe out, feel the pulse of the breath down through the arms, the legs, up and through the head. And when you're ready, just gently wriggling into your toes and fingers. If you want to stay there a little longer, feel free to stay there. Otherwise, roll onto your side, rest your head on your arm, bend up your knees into a little fetal position. Just take 3 or 4 breaths there. And then slowly bring yourself all the way back up to sitting. When you sit, just move gently through your spine, your shoulders, your neck, your head, maybe a little gentle twist. Just allowing the bones to reset themselves now that the muscles, your ligaments, your tendons are more relaxed. You might just be able to do a little bit of manipulation. Those bones just pop back into place really easily because the muscles are soft. Pause at center. Breathe in, fill from the base of the body all the way up to the crown, and exhale all the way down to the base of the body. Do that one more time. Feel like you're in a column and the breath flows up, filters through your body, and then filters all the way back down. And then take the arms wide and breathe in. Gentle stretch to the ceiling, bring the palms together and exhale down through your midline. So now you draw yourself fully back into your center and make a little bow into your body. Take a moment to fill up your heart with love, gratitude for this place where you live, for this body that you live in. And then acknowledging each other here in this virtual space coming forward. So namaste. Take the hands to the floor, connect and ground down onto the earth planet that you're living on. Feel really present, back in your body, in this realm. Take a few deep breaths, open your eyes. And then bring all of that practice through the body as you inhale and stack gently up through the spine. Relax the shoulders as you breathe out. Take a moment to connect with your surroundings, to feel really present. And when you're ready, you can slowly move out of your practice. Feel free just to leave the class, stay in this nice relaxed space if you like. If you want to, let's just stop that.